Despite being in the solar industry for like 9-10 years now, I'm still in some ways considered a baby in the grand scheme of things. And something that's really fun about that is getting to look at old inverters that I've never seen before. Enter the Power One PVI Central Inverter. So these bad boys, when you look at them, you'd expect them to just be normal central inverters. The central inverter basically being a really big solar inverter that does like a whole field of solar, right? They're made to be much higher capacity than just a string inverter that you'd put on your house. And usually if you're dealing with a problem on a central inverter, it's gonna be really clear. You've got one thing that you need to pay attention to errors on. There's gonna be one thing that either starts or fails this entire contraption. But the interesting thing about these is these are frickin' rack-mounted string inverters. When Power One introduced their entrance into central inverters, they were really proud to announce that they were modular. And what that means is that you have basically 6 racks of potential power production. Each one of these modules is 50 kW each, which makes the entire thing capable of 300 kW of AC production. But like a typical central inverter, you still have combiner boxes out in the field that actually collect all the individual strings and send one big honkin' wire back to your inverters. Usually what that means then is that if the inverter's producing and you don't have any amperage flowing through your combiner, there's gonna be something in your combiner that's wrong. But in this case, what took us much longer for me to figure out than I would like to admit is that one of these inverters can just not be running and everything else is running. It sounds like it's running. We have production out the bottom of the inverter, but we still have a combiner box that's not working. It's not the combiner box fault. It's the fact that this inverter here has an AC fuse blown right in there. Like, it's a cool setup. I give them props for trying. But the problem with this kind of setup is it doesn't really make it more repairable because you have very custom rack-mounted inverters that get slotted into this thing that if they don't make them anymore, well, you're kind of out of luck. Fortunately, we don't have any bad modules on this site yet, and also fortunately is that the owner or the installer or whoever recommended that there be extras of these purchased so that once it's out of warranty, you can just slot in an extra inverter and you have more runway before you need to start replacing these huge units, because these are not made anymore. I mean, Femer might still make the modules. I don't know. Femer's the one that owns the Power One stuff. It's been handed to ABB and now to Femer, and Femer's in bankruptcy, but they're getting bought. And today I had to call Femer about something, and they said they only have one technician that actually comes out and works on these things anymore. It's just a lot of unreliability for something that's a really custom type inverter. Anyway, still cool. Wanted to show you.